Hi, so earlier on in the week we set a bit of a challenge to identify 5 plants and which ones were edible, which one wasn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through our 5 plants, explain a little bit about them, which ones are edible, which ones aren't, and at the end we might pick some and put them into a bit of a salad, show you what you can do with them. So this is the first of our plants. This is our primrose, our Primula vulgaris, that's the Latin name for it. So this has got a couple of different uses. So we've got the leaves, which are a lot like cabbage, and then we've got the flowers. Now the leaves, as I say, they're a little bit like cabbage. You can boil them up, you can blanch them, and then you can have them as the part of the hot element of a salad. And then the flowers, they are great in drinks and things like that, so you can use them for making infusions, teas. Overall, it's got a slight analgesic quality, so it will make you slightly sleepy, and it does work quite well if you've got cold, for reducing some of the effects of a cold. So that's our first plant, so that's our primrose. I'll go through the other 4 plants, which ones are edible, which one isn't, and then, like I say, at the end we'll just show you what you might be able to do with them. So this is our second plant. This is our dandelion, Latin name Taraxacum. It's seen as a common weed, but it's actually quite a good edible plant. The whole plant is edible. The leaves, the stems, the roots, the flowers. It contains high levels of vitamins A, C and K, and roughly per 100 grams you're getting about 45 calories. So I mean, you would have to gather a large amount of these, and they are a slight diuretic, so they will make you wee more. But if you're struggling to find a food, something as simple as a dandelion, which most people can identify, is really, really good food. As I say, it's one of our 4 edible plants, and you can use multiple parts of it within a type of salad. So you can use the leaves, you can use the flowers as a decorative part, and yeah, it's like I say, it's seen by a lot of people as a common weed, but it is also a very, very good food source and contains quite a lot of calories per 100 grams. So I mean, in an area like this, there's quite a lot of dandelions about. You could quite easily gather up a few 100 grams of dandelions, and you've got quite a large amount of calories there. So this is our third plant. This is nettles, which is Erta dioica. It's an edible plant, which is a bonus, although it's slightly misunderstood, because if I zoom in, I can show you, we've got these hairs, and it will focus. Yep, it's got these little hairs on the back. They have a slight poison in them, slight toxin, which will cause us to get a stinging sensation. So if we eat them and we have the hairs pushed against the inside of our mouths will sting, our fingers will sting. But you can pick them and eat them raw. You can boil them, which will cause the hairs to wilt, and that's the leaves, and it's usually these top few leaves here which are the best. And then the stem, so from this side, this stem here can be broken down to make cordage. So it's got a couple of different uses, but it is one of our 4 edible plants, which is good to know. And so yeah, we'll be showing you what to do with this in a salad. We'll be boiling it up with some of the primrose leaves, I think, and we'll actually make them into a little hot and cold spring salad. So that is our 3rd plant, which is our nettles. So this is our 4th plant. This is our lords and ladies, which is Arum maculatum. This isn't edible. I threw this in here as a little bit of a red herring, really, because it looks like a couple of plants that could be edible. at a distance it looks kind of like a dock leaf or plantain. It could be mistaken for those two. But what happens is this spine section here, this will actually produce berries, which are red and orange berries, really bright, vivid colour, and they give it away. So in spring, when it first starts shooting, it doesn't look as distinct, but once it gets going, it looks really distinct, and you can tell that it is lords and ladies quite easily. So that is our fourth plant, which is lord and ladies. So this is our non-edible one. This one won't be making it to the salad bowl. So this is our fifth and final plant for the day, which is the forget-me-not. The Latin name is Myosotic, and it's the main reason why I picked up on this light. It's very bright and decorative, and that's kind of where, you know, if you're wanting to make your food look a bit more interesting, it's a great plant for that, because these flowers can be used as decoration in things like baking, salads. They can be candied, crystallized, and so yeah, it's a great plant for that type of thing. So that's our fifth plant. We've gone through our 4 edible ones, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick some of the elements, we're going to make a little bit of a salad, and then what we'll do is we'll just show you how it comes out. So these are our 5 elements of our 4 plants. What we've got here is we've got our dandelion leaves, we've got our primrose flowers and our primrose leaves, we've got our forget-me-not flowers, and we've got our nettle leaves. So what we're going to do is I'm going to prepare these and then arrange them as a salad. Very simply, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly boil the primrose leaves and the dandelion leaves along with the nettle leaves, and then I'm going to, in fact I'm not going to boil the dandelion leaves, I'm going to leave them raw, and then I'm going to decorate it with the primrose leaves and the forget-me-not leaves. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes and we'll have a prepared salad plate. And after a couple of seconds of boiling, we have our end result. So we've got our dandelion leaves as a bed, and then on top we've got our primrose and nettle leaves, just very lightly boiled, just enough to bring out that vivid green and just to soften them slightly, and then decorated with our primrose and forget-me-not leaves. So a really simple spring hot and cold salad, really tasty, lots of vitamin C in there and other nutrients that are gonna provide what our bodies need even in a starvation situation where we are lacking in essentially everything. But a few plants like these can give us a little bit of a boost to what we need. So it's been Tom from the Woodland School, and hopefully you enjoy this video. If you like it, please subscribe, please like the page, and please give us some feedback, let us know what you think. Thanks, and see you soon.